and back with the Ladue Star middle distance trio of Charlie Krasnoff in the top left there, and bottom left. Well, I guess that'll be my other way, but Andrew Smock, and then senior Johnny Martin. You guys are having a great track season. We got about 3-4 weeks left. Obviously, you guys don't have a fourth to put together a great 4x8 or other, otherwise you be one of the top 4x8s in the state. But with the one-day state meet schedule and some of the district scheduling, obviously we'll have that 3,200 meters at state, and then an hour break before the rest of the track races will all wrap up in one day. And I know you guys have just shined throughout. Let me jump to you, Andrew, and talk a little bit about your season and kicking it off at the Holt Invite, where you're second in the 1600 with a 4:28, and then a couple weeks later you go 4:24, and then the suburban conference meet a couple days ago you go take second overall with a new PR 4:22, and then you've had a couple wins in the 3200, one in the Lutheran Bob Carter Invite in 9:30.89 in chilly, not ideal conditions under the lights. So that's what you're headed as. You're headed to districts next week. Talk to me about coming away with those 3,200 victories, and then coming away with a get your PR in the 1600 down to 9:22.
Yeah, this entire season has been really exciting because after cross country, we knew how fast we could be and that we'd be contenders in the whole state. So, each race I've kind of been improving, at least in the mile, whether it's beating certain people or, getting a PR. It's exciting to, I'm always right behind Johnny. It's exciting to run with him. I think he's our 1600 guy at heart, but the different PRs and running a 4:22 this week in conditions that we felt like weren't ideal was really exciting because it, puts us comparatively with other guys like Hauser, who's been running a 4:20 and 4:21, and pretty much the rest of the state. As of all the second place finishes, just Johnny's always getting ahead of me right at the end. But then in the 32, it's exciting to be able to get out and kind of run my own race because that's really my focus. With it being first at district, sectionals, and state, and then having a break in between, I think the 32 will really be the distance event to watch because guys will be fresh, and the field this year is pretty stacked with, Hauser particularly running 9:12, but you have a lot of different guys who are all tons of people under 9:30, and enough people under 9:20 to where it'll be a very fast meet. So overall, I'm just really excited for what the postseason will bring because the beginning of the season so far has been really, really good.
Yeah, you sit 14th on the state list in the 1600 among all classes, and with that 4:22, and 10th in the state with that 9:30, 3,200. Do you guys know for sure what the events you'll be focusing on districts, or is that still to be determined in the next day or two?
I think we figured it out, didn't we? I think Charlie is doing just the 32. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Andrew is doing a 32-16 double, and I'm doing a 16-8 double.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems to be what Seven thinks is the best. We actually were hoping at the conference meet for me and Johnny to be able to go under 4:20.
Yeah, we tried so hard to get that.
We're going to try and qualify 3 guys to state, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
Right.
But unluckily, the conditions were great.
It was windy that day. That was tough.
It looks like me and Charlie will do 32, like you said. Me and Johnny will do the 16, and then Johnny would also do the 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny, let's talk about your great senior season that you're having. You didn't have much competition last week at Kirkwood, but you ran to a 1:57 800 meter victory at Kirkwood. your PR, and then as you said just a couple days ago, 421 PR to win the St. Louis Suburban Green boys title. And even at that, that league's Lutheran St. Charles meet went 946, impressive for the 3200. But as you focus on the 16 and 800, where you sit fourth in that, with that 157 put you fourth in the state, and that 421 put you 12th in the state. What's it feel like to have the breakout success, Johnny? And then and what is your focus now, and where is your mindset going into district and sectionals and state?
Yeah, it's been a pretty exciting season. We got in a lot of good work over the winter. We came into the year, we did a few time trials, so we knew we were in pretty decent shape. And then once we started racing, we hadn't raced a track race in two years basically, and it just felt so natural, so good. It all just kind of clicked back into place, and I started having just fun. I mean, it was a lot of fun just going out and running hard with Andrew and Charlie. Had some good results so far. Gotten dropped the times a little bit. It feels good to be up towards the top, So I'm hoping to stay there and keep climbing up. Looking to drop the times a little bit more, and really make a run for it at state. Yeah.
What's if you had to critique yourself, what's one or two things that you're really focusing on to keep those kind of times coming down and make your goals for the end of the season?
We've recently, I've really been trying to focus on closing fast. I want to make, like in a 1600, for example, I want to make my last lap the fastest out of everybody. I mean, even if I don't win, I want my last lap to beat everybody else's. I think that closing quick, last lap of a hard 16, people are hurting. And I want to be the guy that can dig deep enough to get that extra last second, run a 59 instead of a 60, and win that race. Same kind of goes for the 800. The last 200 or 300, really just be strong, stay mentally tough. That's a big one, really, staying mentally tough and not getting dropped or giving up when it starts hurting. It's a little easier in a track race, I think, than in a cross country race, but those are my main focuses.
And Charlie, what about you? You've had some great races at all three distances, and I know at Kirkwood you came away with a big win, pulling away from Brock Wooderson to win that 1600 last week. Talk to me about some of your thoughts and some of your performances and where you feel like you sit as we head into the state series.
Yeah, so this winter, mainly I struggled with injuries. After I came back from my toe, I had like a knee injury, and then I've had like shin problems all year. So the season didn't start the best. I got 5th in our first race, which these guys bugged me about because they haven't gotten worse.
Worst result all year.
Yeah.
Charlie's dragging us down. Playing.
And then I guess as the season went on, I started getting stronger and stronger and back into shape. And then I had a good 3200 at Lafayette that I won in 9:35, and then the next week, Brock Wooderson just dragged me along the whole way, and that's 1600, and then I just outkicked him over the last 200 because he did all the work. And I think with our postseason, with events we're doing, the main reason why I'm not doing 2 is injury concerns.
Sure.
Yeah, and I've also haven't done 2 events in a meet this year because of that. And that's something that our coach focuses on. He doesn't want to we see a lot of other runners doing 4 events a meet, 3 or 4 events.
Right.
I think he tries to hold us back so that we don't burn out early in the season, and then we're able to finish strong.
Well, and that's the funny argument that if your head track and field coach is not a distance coach and doesn't quite understand some of the training intricacies and the racing stuff, they want to see you out there, 2 meets a week running 3 or 4 events. And obviously some coaches, even distance coaches, prefer that. But I think a lot of people will be in agreement that it's better to keep us, fresh and healthy and pick and choose your races wisely. But so will you focus headed into districts within the 32 or the 60? 32?
Yeah.
Okay. And then is it me or do you have just a huge stride? Because I know I was talking to Coach Witt Saturday at Kirkwood, and I said, man, what is he, like 6'1", 6'2", or because it just seems like you just have this ginormous stride. He's like, oh no, I think he's 5'10", 5'11", or I don't know, maybe it's just visually in the photos I just think you are, or what, but I don't know if you have maybe your teammates can chime in here if you've got an abnormal stride length.
Charlie's got some pretty long legs. There's something to watch when he's running, man.
Yeah.
He definitely has a very distinct form. It looks like which runner is it?
Chariot.
Yeah,
you look like him.
The Olympic 1500 runner Chariot.
Yeah.
Charlie looks just like him.
Hunched over, got the kind of stiff arms
and a massive stride.
Chariot's the best in the world, though. So
right,
it's not a bad thing.
I think that's what's moving it towards that 420 range.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Right. And then let's talk about do you guys as a team, from your field events and your jumps and throwers and sprinters and hurlers and distance, you guys talk about goals for state. I know you were bumped up to Class 5 this year, so after 2 years ago bringing home a trophy in Class 4 like you guys, like Ladue so often has. Have you guys talked about, is that a constant theme throughout the off-season training and throughout the season, or do you guys not talk about that and everybody just knows that that's the goal?
Yeah, we don't. It's not. I mean, we don't discuss it too much as a team. We do have a great head coach, great coaching staff that are very involved, and they're very ambitious, and they really do. They want us to succeed. Our head coach, Nick Buckfar, he has told me at least that he thinks that we can medal at state as a team. I think it's been more of a recent development because I don't think coming into the track season, they didn't really know exactly how good everybody would be.
Sure.
And then after it started, the three of us have had a lot of success. Our top 400 runner, Elliot Davis, ranked 3rd or 4th in the state right now in the 400. Our 2 of our relays, our 4x2 and 4x4, have been pretty successful this year.
Sure.
So we've kind of risen up as contenders to the point where we all believe we really can get a trophy this year. We don't have a lot of field competitors. We don't have a ton of male pole vaulters or throwers or jumpers or anything. No hurdlers either. So that's where we're lacking a little bit. So it'll take a pretty good day from everybody. But I think we can do it.
But Charlie, you guys think about what that would be like to get on that team podium at state and what that feeling would be like, and do you guys think about that very much?
Yeah, I would agree with what I heard of Johnny. That our goal is kind of, sorry, I had to plug my charger. Our goal is kind of just to try and dominate track events. Like you said, our boys field team, the girls field team is pretty awesome with Samantha Fisher.
Yeah, Samantha's one of the top pole vaulters right now.
Yeah, she's 2nd in the state, I think, just broke a school record.
12:30.
Shout out Samantha.
Right, exactly. So the girls are pretty set, but the boys
cut the last couple letters off of her name and just go by Sam. Maybe you guys can get her on the boys side too, and she can
get a score on the
Oh my God, I wish,
side of state.
Might have to try that.
Well, with that being said, the boys team, we had a hurdler, and then he recently just got hurt. Our jumpers are, part of the sprint group, so their focus will be on the sprints. So really, if we can dominate the track, getting a podium would be awesome, because that means we're so good on the track that, our field events aren't quite as important. I think we have 6 events where we have people in the top 10. I couldn't name each event, but the goal is really, like I said, dominate the track events because we don't quite have the field events.
Sure.
But it'd be pretty cool. I mean, it's always more fun to win as a team than win by yourself. So if we can, we're looking to make a good run this year at a team title.
Yeah.
Right, Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lastly, you guys, what's it like coming to the end of your high school career, and are you excited? Are you sad, or what are all those emotions? Tell me what you're thinking and feeling as you wrap
Yeah,
up
it's
high school
kind of
career.
surreal. I haven't had a ton of time to really reflect on it. I've just been kind of focused on just taking each week as it comes and just trying to get faster and win and stuff. I have started thinking about it a little bit more because school's kind of coming to an end too, where we have one more week left of real school, and then the following week I think is graduation. So it's I'm kind of coming to terms with it. It's definitely sad, but I mean I'm thrilled to be in the position that we're in right now. I can't imagine better people to be running with, a better team, better coaches. The season's been phenomenal. I think we haven't even reached our peak yet. I mean, I'm beyond excited for the postseason to see what we're capable of. I'm predicting big things. I don't want to knock on wood, don't want to jinx anything, but I'm predicting big things out of the 3 of us, out of Elliot, out of our relays, out of Samantha, out of the whole Ladue track and field program. And I really can't think of a better way to end high school than with track and with running and around with my track team and with the boys and just having fun,
Is that what you'll miss most? Just having fun and practice every day and being on the roads and doing workouts on the track.
Yeah, going after school, working out on the track, Saturday morning long runs. I mean, today even we went on a jog this morning, went out and got lunch afterwards. It's just a little stuff like that I'll miss the most.
Yeah. And you guys have a gorgeous new facility that's 3 years old now, but unfortunately haven't been able to host a meet there. And we'll finally get the rest of the St. Louis get to see that location next year. What are you looking forward to about that? Johnny, you'll obviously miss that, but you get to train on that gorgeous new track every day. Somebody talked to me about that facility and just how it, probably maybe does that raise your level of commitment and work as you see the great place you got to train every day.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you can't go into that facility and stadium and not be just kind of in awe at just the way. I mean, it's perfect, really. We are extremely fortunate to have such a nice facility, and we definitely make full use of it. We respect that facility. We honor it every workout.
And talk to me guys about maybe the pride that you have of being one of the best trios in the state of distance teams. Obviously 5 years ago we had the Lafayette Fab Four, that's probably the greatest collection of four distance teammates on a team, but you guys are quite a talented trio that's got some great range between you. Do you guys take a little pride in that and the talent and the work that you guys put in together?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just trying to soak it all in because these two will be kicking butt next year by themselves, and I'm just gonna be on the sidelines watching. So I'm just trying to soak it all in, enjoy getting the run fast with my buddies.
Yeah.
What about you, Charlie?
I try to not think about next year. I don't know what Andrew and I are gonna do without you.
You guys are gonna be just lost, really. I don't know what to do.
What are you gonna miss most, Andrew and Charlie, about Johnny?
Yeah, what are you gonna miss most about me?
I think the back of his head during really hard workouts.
You're just gonna miss me blocking the wind for you.
Yeah, exactly. It keeps me going. Every single workout, I was just kind of sitting behind Johnny. But like in all honesty, I think I've kind of always had this idea. I used to swim, and all the friends that I swam with became my best friend. And now that I run, everybody I run with has become my best friend. I think I just have this idea of with workouts and long runs and things like that. Not only do you talk a lot, but you suffer a lot. And when you suffer around the people that you're close with, I think it only brings you closer. So, going through hard workouts with Johnny, I don't know, it's just brought us really close. We're like brothers. It's like a family. So, his plan is to go to Mizzou. He'll be close. We'll see him a lot, but running workouts without him won't be the same.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, you're giving me chills about thinking back to mine many years and pounds ago, and just the relationship that I built with my teammates that will last a lifetime. But guys, I appreciate the time, and I'm excited you guys have had such a great year, and we'll continue to see what happens over the next 3 weeks, and just hoping you guys stay healthy and keep up the good work. Appreciate the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me finish this, Mr. Auckley, with just be ready to interview us after we win every single distance event.
Okay, sounds good.
Don't jinx it or something. No,
Thank you so much.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it sounds like you guys are ready to bring on the state series, and I can't wait to see what you guys do at my alma mater and at the state track meet in Jeff City. So I appreciate the time, and keep it going. So thanks,
Sure.
guys.
Thank you.